The saying, your network is your net worth, hasn't ever been any truer than it is right now. When people say your network is your net worth, what they're saying is the more people you know, the more money you will probably make. This is one of the reasons why we do the East London Business Expo. This is the sixth year that we're doing it, and this year promises to be even bigger. Usually we have about 450 people there, but this year we're anticipating over 600 people. And part of the reason for that is because this year we're doing it through the Redbridge Chamber of Commerce. The Redbridge Chamber of Commerce will now be presenting the East London Business Expo. Keeping in mind that Redbridge has over 14,000 businesses, and we'll be able to tap into all of those businesses and give them a platform and a place to showcase their business and to find out more about each other, and most importantly, to network. Hi, I'm Anthony Lindsay from the Redbridge Chamber of Commerce, and we will be presenting the East London Business Expo on Saturday, the 21st of March, 2026. This is the sixth annual East London Business Expo. It takes place at City Gates Conference Center in Ilford. Now, I'm going to go through what to expect as an exhibitor, as a sponsor, or just as an attendee. The first question that people always ask is, how many people are going to be there? This year, we're expecting over 600 people. We'll have 25 exclusive exhibitors and 9 or more workshops and seminars. This also includes some master classes. I'll be breaking down what each thing means and explaining how you can get involved. So make sure you watch all the way until the end. So how did the expo start and how did it come about in its current form? So originally the expo started as a smaller meeting of business owners and entrepreneurs. But over the past 6 years, what we've done is we've taken it into the big auditorium at City Gates Conference Center and gathered hundreds of business owners, entrepreneurs, startups, side hustlers, banks, property investors, and much, much more. What makes us different? Well, what makes the East London Business Expo a lot different than other expos or things that you might attend is we focus on conversion, not just volume. That's not to say we won't have a lot of people there, but quite often people will go to these really large events and they'll exhibit. They get a lot of data, but most of the data is not good and it does not convert into business. If you've ever been to the Excel or one of these big events, quite often you go there because it's free. You may engage with some of the exhibitors. And what tends to happen if you have to leave them any information, you use that email address that you never check, or you just give them a bad email address. That won't happen with the East London Business Expo. We have very engaged participants and attendees who are looking to buy from you. And because the spaces or all of the exhibit spaces are exclusive, it means that you're not competing with 7 or 8 other people that do the exact same thing as you. So if you're thinking about exhibiting, you'll get a great return on your investment simply because you'll be the only person doing the particular product or service that you actually provide. As I said, we're expecting over 600 people. We started marketing at least 9 months before the event. We're partnering with some really big organizations. We're partnering with banks. We're partnering with Ilford Bid. So this means that we'll be able to attract people not only from Redbridge, but across the country. Exhibitors, as I said, you get an exclusive right for your vertical. So what that means is if you're a solicitor, you will be the only solicitor there. If you are an accountant, you'll be the only accountant there. So you'll have a captive audience, so you don't have to worry about competing with other people that are doing the same thing as you. A lot of people approach me about being a speaker or a panelist. There's a fantastic opportunity to get that TED Talk uptick that TED Talk view, that TED Talk photo by being a speaker or a panelist. If you're interested in being a speaker or a panelist, just check out the sponsorship packages on the website, which is elbusinessexpo.com. That's elbusinessexpo.com. We will have a QR code at the end of this presentation, which will give you a discount on some of the different sponsorship packages and as well as the exhibit spaces. As a speaker, you'll get the opportunity to establish yourself as a key person of influence and someone who is a subject matter expert. You'll be on the big stage in our auditorium that holds 960 people. So if you're interested in being a speaker or being a panelist, make sure you check out the sponsorship packages. Speaking of sponsors, we have lots of different sponsor packages available. You could do something just like advertise in the magazine, or maybe you want to be one of the bigger sponsors. All of that information is available on the website. And as a sponsor, you'll get a lot of things leading up to and after the event. We have a podcast that we'll feature you on. We'll do a lot of digital marketing for you. On the day, the event will be live streamed. You'll get the content from the live stream, plus photography and so much more. So make sure you look at our sponsor packages. They're very responsive to the things that you're looking for, because we've put this together, as I said, that you can get a return on your investment. It's not something that you're just going to put money into and not be able to figure out what kind of return that you got. We want to make sure that everybody that invests in the expo is able to walk away and say that was one of the best experiences that we've had, not only as an exhibitor, but as someone who is able to then go into this event, get data, get information, have photography done, and find new clients, because really that's what it's all about. So who should attend? This event is for business owners, it's for property investors, it's for startups and side hustlers. So if you are someone that is looking to expand your network, you should really consider the East London Business Expo. We'll be running the East London Business Expo and the East London Property Expo on the same day. We'll have masterclasses for each of those things. So we'll teach you how to start and run a business. We'll talk about marketing a business. And these are all the things on the business side. On the property side, we'll be talking about the Renters Reform Bill. We'll also be talking about a really hot topic, which is how do you put residential properties into a limited company. So we'll be doing some special workshops and we'll be doing some masterclasses on both of these things. The East London Property Expo and the East London Business Expo will take place on the 21st of March, 2026 at City Gates Conference Center. If you use this promo code and link with me on LinkedIn and send a message saying Expo 5050 along with your email address and your contact number, you will get 50% off some of the sponsorship packages and the exhibit packages. So make sure that you scan the QR code, you connect with me on LinkedIn, and you'll be able to get more information about the expo, but you'll also be able to get 50% off a lot of the packages. Networking is one of the best and most effective and cost-efficient ways of marketing your business. Quite often people attend events and don't follow up. So I'm going to give you a few tips if you're looking to network effectively and make sure that your networking is working. So first, you want to go there with a purpose. You don't want to just show up. You don't want to be unprepared. So if you're a person that uses business cards, make sure you have business cards. If you're someone that uses the electronic business cards, then you can do that. I'd also say if you're not utilizing LinkedIn at this point, you should probably consider that, because at a lot of networking events, what people will do is they'll just connect with each other on LinkedIn. I find that useful because just getting someone's name, someone's number, having it in your phone, you don't always remember who that person is. Whereas if you connect with them on LinkedIn, you also have a picture of them and you can say, oh yeah, I remember that person. The other great thing about LinkedIn is it gives people an opportunity to do their due diligence. So if you connect with me on LinkedIn, you'll be able to see my history, you'll be able to see my CV, you'll kind of get a feel for who I am, what I do, and also the people that I'm connected to. So if you're considering going to a networking event and you're not currently using LinkedIn, you should think about that. Now, what do you do when you're at the event? You don't want to be that guy that is just going around giving everyone the 30 to 60-second elevator pitch. You want to build relationships. You want to have conversations with people. It's important that you're not just there trying to sell your product or service, but actually trying to engage with people, find out what their needs are, find out how you can assist them. So when you're at the networking event, make sure that you're talking to people. You don't want to spend the whole evening or afternoon talking to the same person, but you do want to make sure that you have some meaningful conversations, you exchange information, you set a time or a date to follow up, and make sure that you follow up. The follow up is one of the keys, because if you meet a lot of people and never follow up, then you've kind of wasted your time. So use LinkedIn, make sure that you talk to a lot of people, and make sure that you follow up. We hope to see everybody at the East London Business Expo on Saturday, the 21st of March at City Gates Conference Center. It's going to be a great event. We're expecting over 600 people. This will be property professionals, it will be business owners, entrepreneurs, as well as startups and side hustlers. If you know someone who's starting a business and they're in East London, make sure you tell them about the East London Business Expo, Saturday, the 21st of March at City Gates Conference Center. Thanks for watching, and make sure that you share this video, make sure that you like this video, and make sure you check out the information in the description, where we'll be telling you more about the East London Business Expo, how to register, as well as we'll be making some announcements about some of the people who will be there.